If we remember from the Battle of Plassey, Mir Qasim was made the new Nawab and Mir Jafar was removed because he was inefficient. Now what did Mir Qasim do? He was very efficient and loyal in the beginning. He was also a very efficient administrator. He kept paying money to the British. However, at one point, he declared himself as an independent king. Then what did the British do? They opposed the Nawab and they dethroned him. And they brought back whom? Whom did they remove? They had removed Mir Jafar. They brought him back as the Nawab. Mir Qasim declared himself as an independent king, and the first thing he did was he declared entire business in Bengal as duty free. So if you all remember, Dastak was given only to the English East India Company, and after Battle of Plassey, the right to trade was exclusive right of the British. But what did the Nawab do? He made the entire business duty free. So now this was enough for the British to oppose the Nawab. They dethroned him and they brought back Mir Jafar. And this way, the Nawab, he got the support of merchants and artists because he made trade free for everyone. He also made an agreement with the Mughal ruler Shah Alam II and the Nawab of Awadh, Shuja'ud-Dawla. Now they all made a united team and they met British for a battle, the Battle of Buxar. A quick review. Mir Qasim was an efficient administrator. He remained loyal to the company. He paid 2 lakh pounds to the company and he also gave few places. But then he declared himself independent. He saw that the Dastaks were being misused. So he declared the entire business in Bengal duty free. So the Indians now competed against the British in all spheres of business. So who suffered? British trade suffered. So this was enough for the British to oppose or to go against the Nawab. They brought Mir Jafar. If you remember, they had removed Mir Jafar and they dethroned, they removed Mir Qasim. So Mir Qasim knew about the cunningness of the British. So he organized a war against them. He went and took the support of all these merchants and artisans. He also entered agreements with the Mughal ruler Shah Alam II and Nawab of Awadh, Shuja'ud-Dawla. They all met, and who came from the British side? Hector Munro came from British side and they fought the Battle of Buxar in 1764. Mir Qasim got defeated and he ran away. Shah Alam II was surrendered and the combined forces failed to stop the British army. So what was the outcome? The Mughal ruler Shah Alam II, he gave Diwani rights. Diwani rights are the right to collect land taxes. So now this right was given to the British. So instead of the king, the Mughal ruler collecting the tax, the British will now collect the tax over the region of Bengal. Shah Alam II gave away all his rights over Bengal for an annual fee of rupees 26 lakhs. The Nawab of Awadh had to give away a fine of 50 lakh rupees for waging the war. Mir Jafar died. The company paid pension to his son and they took over the entire administration of Bengal. Guaranteed question from exam point of view, the outcomes of Battle of Buxar. So this made the British the real holders of power over Bihar, Bengal and the province of Orissa. Even Awadh remained under their control. In 1765, Robert Clive brought a new concept called the dual government concept. What happens in this dual government concept? It is very, very simple. The British will collect the tax. Now, just like our Indian government, we also pay tax to the Indian government. But our government gives us so many facilities, such good infrastructure of road, transport, communication, defense, and so on. But would the British give all these facilities of development after they collect the tax? No. They collect the tax, but the administration or the welfare of the people is to be carried out by the king. So as per this concept, the British had the right to collect taxes, whereas the Nawab had power over administrative issues like justice and others. Like this, the British gained political control to protect their business in India. So that brings us to the end of the chapter, students. Now let us do the backside exercise question and answers. Question 1. In 1453, the Ottoman Turks occupied dash city. Starts with C, ends with E. Correct. Constantinople. Students, if you find a word difficult to learn, break it up. Con, C-O-N, Sten, S-T-A-N, T-T-I, Nople, N-O-P-L-E. Break it and learn, it would be easier for you. The sea route between India and Europe was discovered by, of course we know that, Vasco da Gama. The capital of French in India was Pondicherry, also called as Puducherry. The Diwani rights over Bengal were handed over to the British by Shah Alam II. He was a Mughal ruler. The dual government policy was implemented by Robert Clive. Now let's look at the long answers. How did trade take place between India and Europe during the Middle Ages? The answer: the Arab merchants carried the Asian merchandise into Constantinople of Eastern Roman Empire. Italian merchants would buy goods and then sell in European countries. Constantinople was considered as the gate of European trade. Arab merchants had gained monopoly over the trade in Europe. Question 2. Discuss the reasons that resulted in the discovery of Nice sea route to India. Answer. In 1453, the Ottoman Turks captured the city of Constantinople. The city of Constantinople came under the control of Turks. They collected many taxes on the goods passing through the route. So the merchants felt the trade was not profitable. Spain and Portugal were also attempting to break the monopoly of Italy. They started encouraging courageous sailors, and of course there was the invention of compass, astrolabes and gunpowder. All these were the reasons that resulted in the discovery of new sea routes to India. You need to learn all the points here. Next question. Make a list of Europeans who arrived in India to do business. PDFE, if you remember, Portuguese, Dutch, French and the English. What were the results of the Battle of Buxar? 4 results. Shah Alam II accorded the Diwani rights over Bengal to the British. He also gave away all rights over Bengal to British for an annual fee of rupees 26 lakhs. The Nawab of Awadh gave rupees 50 lakhs for the company as a fine, and the company paid pension to Mir Jafar's son. And the British took over the entire administration of Bengal. Students, this brings us to the end of the chapter, The Advent of Europeans to India. I hope you all will put a lot of effort and practice the revision questions that are there right after the video. Okay, see you until then. Bye.